Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Shokugeki no Souma (弍ノ皿), or he called Food Wars, the second play. I can really imagine anime-only watchers of Shokugeki no Souma watching this episode and looking at that ending. Although I will not deny this, it felt really fast on this one. I won't deny it either after comparing season 2 to season 1. Season 2 seems a lot more faster than I thought. I think I realized this a long time ago, but I didn't expect it to be that kind of quick, you know? Though I think it is what it is. But I'm pretty sure anime onlys, like I said, as a manga reader and so forth, I can imagine your guys' faces after seeing this episode and after seeing that scene after the credits. Oh my gosh, dude, I could just imagine it right now. I'll be laughing freaking. So if anything else, I'll tell you guys they adapted like chapters 76 to 80. Well, part of chapter 80, you know? This is gonna be one heck of a top spot for the next episode, obviously. So I'll tell you as I continue my recap. Let's go. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, we have to it that a Shokugeki was announced, and they all are really surprised about what's going on here, you know? But eventually, we get to know from one of our characters. What's his name again? Dang it. One thing for sure. Let me see here. I think it's Ibusuki Shun. Yeah, him. That's him. Apparently, we have to it that we get to know that freaking Mimasaka. Subaru, he is a total stalker that gets down to the last detail, but not to mention doing excessive research about the person itself, along with not only just like what's been happening lately, but because of his provoking, along with what he knows about his opponent and the person in detail, he won at least 99 Shokugekis just by taking them head on. But what makes it worse, as usual, which I'll get to just a second, is that he lasts off like a maniac or a psycho, you know. But what makes it really surprising for anime onlys, I'm pretty sure, is that he's using the same ingredients that Aldini is using, and you guys must be like, whoa, what the hell is going on? I bet if I were not a manga reader, I would go like, what the living frick, dude? Are you serious? And just by looking how things are going out right now is like about certain ingredients being used here and there to make improvements. Subaru himself, Mimasaka, is making improvements by one step, it was told in this episode, you know? But as the episode continues on, we have to it that Mimasaka Subaru has been winning all of his matches using that same dish, surprisingly. And everyone's like, are you freaking serious? This can't be for real, right? But even though this ingredient known as limoncello or something, oh dear lord, this actually puts Aldini on a freaking track record right now. Even one of the judges go like, hey, director, is this really crazy? What's going on here? And director says, hey, there is no rule about this, so food's about everything. Of course, the ninth seed of the Elite 10, who is shown in the first season, obviously, we have to it that that Subaru has no speciality. But what makes it crazy is that he's not interested in winning, but the possibilities of him losing is really zero, and so forth, you know. And right now, it already has him Subaru already has him on the ropes right now. But Aldini did not tend to give up for the time being, and so forth, you know. He said he'll find a way how to make a different acquirement, etc. But we had to it that Subaru did finish first and so forth. Well, somewhat. Of course, Aldini's is struggling to figure out what to use. But we have to it, if he uses that at the last minute, it's only gonna ruin its texture or ruin something else, like using lemons on one thing, but so forth. But It's still getting really close to its like tracks right now, but we have to it that Mimasaka's color of his cake that he prepared is way darker than like Aldini's, and this shows that Mimasaka, on the other hand, is really like a stalker. Not to mention about like there's only one thing that the anime cuts out, and there was a scene where Aldini could like make his last attempt, you know. But we have to it that after the judges taste Subaru's dish and so forth, we have to it that he explains how he chose biscuit Jaconde, affinity with Plain Halai, almonds, rich flavor, smell, yada yada yada. But one of the judges who did not like this Shokugeki at all decided to like eat it anyways, but ends up realizing that he lost in touch, and he goes like, "Dang it! It looks like there's no way to win that one." Not to mention about like Aldini finally serving up his last dish right here, which is omitted or cut out off screen, obviously, which is pitiful. He actually added a fourth later, but not to mention about how things are turning out right now. Things are still looking like good for the time being. The judges actually praises Aldini for this kind of card, but lemon curd, you know, not too bad. Even like when the judges are actually giving a nice compliment to them, but apparently he used olive oil that's supposed to be like the last trump card to help him out, you know. But we have to it that Aldini, he's not going to lose to Subaru in a certain way, but there's one problem though, a big problem. But one thing for sure, even the judges realizes there's a big difference right now. Even Subaru was just laughing hysterically to Aldini right now, going, "I knew you were gonna make this kind of move, apparently, etc." And I go like, "Oh boy, that did not become good." As anime onlys, I'm pretty sure anime onlys who's been watching on, oh dear lord, that is trouble. And not to mention that Aldini not only lost the match against Subaru, but also loses his knife. And what makes it ugly right now is that the semifinalists are decided, you know, and we have to it that it's been revealed later. Of course, like Yuki, I think that's her name. Oh man, what is it? Sorry, Yuki was pretty upset about this and takes it out on like what's his name? Shun or something? Ibusaki's Shun. And we have to it that they go like, "Dang it, we are like in a tight pickle." Even everybody who saw that Shokugeki must be thinking that's BS. Even I'm pretty sure a lot of anime onlys, there's no lying about it, that they might be thinking the same thing, going like, "What the hell? Are you serious?" Even so, we have to it that freaking Subaru, who apparently shows up in Yukihiro's room, said he has a spare key, and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?" But Yukihiro had no problems with him being in his room. He asked, "Here, how about we have a little small talk?" Everyone's like, "You really want to talk to him?" And we have to it that Subaru mentions to let me see here, to Yukihiro that two people are gonna go head to head. That's Subaru and Yukihiro, along with like Hayama against Kurokiba. And I'm pretty sure all you guys must be thinking, okay, so what next? We have to it that Subaru has been having this kind of thing to provoke his opponents by attacking the most weakest spots right now. He even like asked Yukihiro for a Shokugeki, you know? He says, "The knife you always been using, the one that's been really sharp, and I'm going to take it if I win. I'm betting this thing in return," which is something that he plans to like wants to like go beyond and over to push like Yukihiro over the edge. He says like I know who the heck you are. So definitely, after he even insulted his friend about like, oh, his pride and future as a cook are in pieces and so forth. How's it feel that your precious friend is being belittled, you know? But we have to it that Yukihiro says, "Oh, yeah, I feel sorry for him in a certain way." But I'm gonna say this right now. Takumi's not gonna be crushed by one thing after what you just did to him, Yukihira says. And he even tells Subaru off, like, the one who's pathetic is you alone. I'm like, oh, what? Subaru's like, can you say that again in a certain way? But he says, I'll take you on the Shokugeki, but it isn't the Mesalina that I want. All the other 99 tools you've stolen so far, you're giving them to me. I'm like, oh, wow, dude. He goes like, what the hell you want me to do? That does not equal the stakes right now. Then, if I lose to you, Yukihira Souma says, I'll quit being a chef. And then, oh man, I can imagine all anime only is gonna go like, are you serious? This guy who stalks you from the last minute to detail who's your match, you really want to say, I'll quit being a chef? Holy crook, dude. But I can imagine a lot of anime only thinking like that. I could imagine though. Like, if I were an anime only, I would be hecka shocked too. So, one thing for sure, I didn't go as much detail as I wanted to. Like in this episode, as I did in my other previous ones, well, I didn't go as detailed in my episode 1 recap. But one thing for sure is like, that's cold. And I would say, Yukihira, if I were an anime only by now, holy frick, I'll go like, are you nuts and bolts right now? So that's about it, people. Sorry for this video to be a little bit more short, to be more detailed than usual in a certain recap, though it doesn't really matter because it's a recap anyway, but still longer than usual anyways. Until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.